This episode is brought to you by Harry's. Redeem your trial set at harrys.com/CAG.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 602. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by industry legend, Wombat.
That's me, the legend of the industry. Like that, I had a game show on Nick Jr. in the 90s or something.
Do you know why you're my favorite industry legend, Wombat?
Because I'm not?
No.
Oh, why? Tell me.
Because you don't commit sex crimes. And you don't...
Although my wife might disagree with you.
You don't buy companies just for their branding and pretend like you're that company, even though nobody else still works at that company.
I did try to buy Joust. And my wife might say that what I do in the bedroom is criminal. But that's usually gas related. So that's different.
Shipwreck, have you thrown up in your mouth yet?
I was just picturing Wombat jousting in bed.
Jousting and gassing.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody. It's summer. I can tell everybody's away because the gym was very empty this week so far. All the moms are away. And I don't know.
Yeah, I'm off all week.
You just took the week off to hang out?
Well, it's the week between camp and school.
Right.
So
that's
the kids
what's
are
probably
home.
happening. Yes, that's exactly what's happening.
That's what's happening.
That's why the moms are not
in New
there.
York. For those who are not in New York who are very confused, it's a New York thing. Maybe Northeast thing. I don't even know. But yeah. So I'm on staycation. We couldn't go away this year because Sabrina has middle school orientation. So we're just sort of slumming it.
Right.
Just so far so good.
Right.
I went to the Intrepid. Ever been to the Intrepid?
Yes.
Yes.
I liked it. I had never been before. It was very nice.
It's pretty fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It's very cool. We went on a submarine.
Did you see the space shuttle?
We did. We saw the space shuttle.
Kind of hard to miss the space shuttle.
Did you touch it?
It's pretty big.
Did you touch it when nobody was looking?
I did not. I actually, there was someone watching me, and I said, I'm going to touch it. And they said,
I didn't
don't.
do
And
that.
I did it anyway. No, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
I did thank a lot of old men for their service. That's something. For those who don't know what the Intrepid is, it is a decommissioned aircraft carrier on the west side of Manhattan, where they have a bunch of historical airplanes on it that you could look at the planes. You could tour the aircraft carrier, and everyone who works there is a volunteer and a veteran. So now you're up to speed.
Yep. I like manning the guns.
I like manning the guns too. We have some good pictures. But we were supposed to do more outdoor stuff today, but it rained, so we went bowling.
What'd you get? Let me guess. 79.
No, I took a picture. Wait.
With the bumpers up?
The bumpers were up.
Oh,
so what do you think my bumper score was?
125.
I could have lied and said no,
125.
Shipwreck, before you laugh. It was with both kids.
125.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think 125's high with bumpers even. I'm thinking like 100.
It was, with bumpers, 135.
Okay. I should have stuck with my initial guess.
Yeah.
How like what percentage of balls were hitting the bumpers for you?
No, I try to not hit the bumper.
Half. That's half.
So I will say that much.
Here's
try
what
not
happened.
to
Let me
hit the
tell you what
bumpers.
happened. The first few rounds, Wombat tried not to hit the bumpers. Then he was like, I don't even really care what's happening. I'm just going to fucking throw it hard and bounce it off and see what happens. And then it probably worked out pretty well doing that.
And we ate some food and we threw some balls and it was a nice time. Who cares what the scores are or what the bumpers? That was the point.
I have a
Shipwreck.
question.
Way to not understand what it means to be a family, Shipwreck.
Do you eat the food while you're bowling?
Yes.
So
Oh, you mean like food in hand and ball in the other?
No, I mean like
No, like ball that you just took your hand out of a ball and are eating food with that.
They have napkins. Why? You've
Ugh.
never eaten at a bowling alley before?
I have, but I was like 11.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been
So
a
you
bit.
take your hand
You guys
Like,
are
out-
so weird.
out of the bowling lane.
The two of you
owned
are like
ball.
legitimately psychopaths. I
So this
just
is
wanna
after you've put
go
on
on
somebody else's
record.
shoes with these hands, and
You are
then
the
you're
only-
sticking them in
this is something
these
that's never
greasy
even
holes.
Really? You never
to me.
thought about that before?
No.
I think
How
about
can you
that.
not?
I don't know. I guess I don't think about greasy holes as much as shipwreck.
Dirty holes.
No, he said greasy holes.
Oh, greasy? Yeah, they are
They
greasy.
are. They
and
are.
dirty.
Yeah.
Right.
I did have some chicken fingers and french fries, so.
Right, because then the guy before you did the same thing. And his chicken fingers and french fries are all up in that
You know,
hole.
we were there at lunchtime. I don't think anyone.
Well, the
else.
day before, and
You
every
think,
day
you think they
before.
go in there in Q-tip and Clorox wipe?
Oh, I
those?
do. I doubt that. I think anytime you put your hand in any, but how does that make it any different than if you were to pick up that ball?
Because I put my dick in first, and that way the next guy who has chicken
You
fingers
make it sound
is
like
getting the bonus.
it's like, oh, you're gonna get your hands dirty. Yes, from the person before me, sure.
No, but I'm
so
not
would
eating
you.
it.
But
at the
then,
same time.
but then you don't like. You're not eating with that hand.
I'm sorry. I just I fail to see what you're getting at here. I think you're making a mountain
Wow.
out of a
All right.
molehill, and you sound like a crazy person.
I don't know. But Shipwreck and I both can't be crazy, can we?
Oh yes,
But not for the same thing, though. I feel like maybe different
yeah, I
things.
think you're both.
Let's see. Bowling
overthinking it.
alley.
So you're
eating.
saying that you would never let
sickness.
your children eat at the bowling
No,
alley
I would
if
let
they
them do
were
anything
bowling.
because they're children, but I'm not a child.
So you wouldn't eat at the bowling alley.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. That is
Okay.
what we were saying.
Right.
Okay, it's okay for your kids to do it, but not so. Like if I
He's-
said, "Oh, I didn't eat anything, but the kids ate chicken fingers and French fries."
Yeah.
if
the
I'm
kids.
there, and I'm with Ty, I'm not having food at the bowling alley. If he's at a birthday party and I'm not there, you know, it's only so I tell him, certainly I will tell him to wash his hands before eating. I'm pretty sure he's not going to, but I can't stand over him. I'm not not invited to
Because
this
that was
party.
like we went bowling at lunchtime and made it was like lunch and bowling. That was the whole package.
Huh.
Hmm.
So,
I'm glad you enjoyed it. How you feeling?
feeling fine now.
Any runs?
No, maybe later.
Solid
Although I did
bowel
have a lot
movements?
of mushrooms for dinner. So,
Hmm.
but those I cooked myself.
Yeah, that was a lot of mushrooms, dude.
It was a lot of
What
mushrooms.
was going on there? You like
I
did you eat all those mushrooms?
Oh yeah, they've all been eaten. It actually reduced down a whole lot more than the picture you saw.
Phew. I was worried
Yeah,
about
it
those
reduced
mushrooms.
down by like half. So I bought a lot of mushrooms and I sauteed them with onions, and then I made some steaks, and then I threw the mushrooms and onions on top of the steaks. And guess what, everybody? It was delicious.
Shipwreck's still thinking about those chicken fingers going into the bowling ball.
I think you guys are crazy.
All right, listeners, sound back in the feedback. Let us know.
I do. I'm like,
Let us know how
I'm gonna
crazy
put my
you
foot
are.
down on this one. You guys are both insane people. There's probably more bacteria on a bathroom handle. There's probably more bacteria on the doorknob of the bowling alley than there is inside the bowling ball. But
I don't know.
Or the shoes?
or the shoes. Do you not
Uh-huh.
wear rental shoes? They spray the shoes. Though.
No, I'm not saying that I'm not. When I go to a bowling alley, yes, they spray the shoes. Yes, they spray the shoes. That's great.
Here's a Quora. Is a good idea to eat food at a bowling alley with your hands after using the balls. Shouldn't really harm a healthy person, but the food itself, it's a separate issue. I'd be
See?
more.
So shut up, the two of you, you jackasses.
I strongly urge doing all eating with the non-bowling hand. But who? This guy? What does this guy know? I wouldn't trust something that you read. I mean, who is this guy? The
I don't know. Apparently, I'm supposed to trust you guys.
master of science. He sounds
Considering
like he
that
doesn't
people
know
do it
jack
every
shit
day, and I've never heard of the people dying at the bowling alley. So
from eating. Yeah, they wait till they
eating.
get home.
yeah,
They have e-bowl.
I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm not talking to you anymore.
All right, let's move on to
Uh huh.
some show feedback.
Am I reading this?
I don't. Sure.
Okay. At Coke Logic has to say, the last CAGcast, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
There's a comma in there, so when you see the comma, you take a breath.
Okay. The way you guys framed loot boxes was perfect. I encourage everyone to give a listen. I agree this needs to be addressed. I don't even remember what you said, so I'm sure it was very enlightening.
Yeah, you can look up on YouTube and get just that clip if you type
I'm
in.
good.
Yeah, well, people seem to like it. I got other feedback like that as well. I only included one because that's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah, you don't want to have that big an ego.
Exactly.
I like Popcans has to say, I think it's a huge reach for Cheapy to say the average Apex player has never seen free-to-play besides phone games when the biggest free-to-play game out there is another Battle Royale that is on every platform. And while Fortnite has good microtransactions, Apex has predatory and overpriced microtransactions. Though Cheapy is right that people need to be aware about how microtransactions can be abused by companies.
Whew, you did it. And you breathed at the proper points and everything.
Yeah, I try.
I think I was saying that not so much that people haven't seen loot boxes before, rather free-to-play monetization before, but they haven't seen it done at the scale, like at a mobile scale, where they're just rampantly taking advantage of people, like you would expect in a free-to-play game. And I feel like a game like Apex Legends has just taken that model and maybe even amped it up a little bit because you're playing on a console. I just meant at that level. That's all. There's been more microtransaction news.
Really?
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer for NBA 2K20?
I saw your tweets about it, and I saw the still pictures. Does that count?
Sure.
There's now a slot machine in NBA 2K20.
Did you watch the trailer? The thing, Shipwreck, the trailer?
No, I
Okay.
have not had a chance yet.
That's good.
Yeah, bring me up to speed along with our listeners.
I shall. So this is the My Team trailer. I guess that's the thing that involves cards.
That seems pretty self-explanatory at this point.
Right. There's going to be a lot of microtransactions, probably 2 to 3 levels of virtual currency. Mm-hmm. And yeah. So this is the trailer for that mode. In it, they show a slot machine where the prizes are cards, as you might expect. Tons of loot boxes in the video. They show a pachinko machine, which is something that you would find in a Japanese gambling establishment.
Sure.
And they have the classic money wheel that you would find in pretty much any casino. Except in this case, it's not money that's on the wheel. It's cards and
like a roulette wheel.
No, like a money wheel in a casino. It's like a big wheel and it has like denominations on it.
Are you talking like The Price is Right, the big wheel at the end?
Are you talking like Catholic festival?
Yeah, but they have that in casinos too. Look,
are you talking like the kind I had when I was 5 years old?
Let me see.
I'd never seen that in a casino before.
Yeah. Let's see.
I trust like that is an established form of gambling. I've just never seen like somebody spinning the big wheel at a casino before.
There's usually not that many. And I mean, I'm not a big casino guy at all, but I remember definitely seeing them, and they usually just have like one like facing the aisle somewhere. They have like dollar denominations on it and stuff. So it's that. So there's basically 3 literal simulated gambling machines. It's literally simulated gambling. There's no way to look at a computer simulation of gambling machines and say that this is not simulated gambling.
But the game is still rated E for everybody.
Right. It's got to be.
Which, if you look, when you go to the ESRB website and you look up, they have 2 different types of gambling listed in their classifications. One is simulated gambling, which is where you're gambling, but you're not using real money. And real gambling, which is gambling and you are using real money. So clearly, no matter what definition you have of simulated gambling, this has to be it. Because it's gambling. A computer simulation of gambling with the actual machines. Mm-hmm. There's 3 of them that you could see in a casino. I don't know.
It's nice that they're not trying to hide it.
Right. So what's happened? There's something happening here. There's like a few different scenarios. I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
It ain't exactly clear.
What is?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, what's in my head? Could it be? I mean, somebody had this really good suggestion in my Twitter feed. They thought, is this like the developers just like they were told to put in like gambling mechanics, and they were just like, how can we make this as obvious as possible? Like, shine as much light on this as possible and just put it out there, and not only put it in the game, but like feature it in the trailer. That's one theory. It seems crazy to me because it's like anti-survival. Like, you don't usually fuck with your job in that way and like get a bunch of people together to do it. It doesn't like self-sabotage. Seems weird. So it's probably not it.
But at the same time, they'll probably make a ton of money on it. It's like when pop singers are told that their album has to have a love song, and they write a love song about writing a love song to meet that requirement, and that becomes like the biggest hit on the album.
They make it like it's a joke, and
right.
The Sarah Bareilles story.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
That's yes. She's probably the most famous for that, but it's been done a lot.
Yes.
So there's that. That's one scenario.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems. Okay. I don't know. It seems unlikely because you'd think that the company, the publisher, would say, "Hey, we just got pulled in front of Congress like yesterday, and had to explain this bullshit about surprise. It's not gambling; it's surprise mechanics. We're trying to distance ourselves from gambling as much as possible, but we've just shown 3 literal gambling machines in the game." And I'm not a basketball guy, Ship. Like I don't watch any NBA. I don't play basketball. I watch a ton of it. Is there a lot of slot machines and pachinko machines in basketball?
Yes, that's actually pretty well known.
Oh, yeah. I'm sort of out of it.
They do have the NBA lottery, which is essentially
that's true
gambling for draft
for players, right?
Right.
It's just so.
But it's like a big deal. Like, it's a televised event where they have all the like executives for these teams at these tables, and the ping pong balls pop up.
Yep.
Yeah, but they're not paying for that. I mean, they are, but they aren't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It's not like they're walking in there and they go, "All right, here's my my buy-in for the draft."
And they were probably doing that long before they could they were televising it and making money off it. Right? Don't they do that?
Probably, yeah. Certainly to the extent that it is now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as big of an event because now I think they've rigged a couple of these because to create the demand, because like you'll have teams that had like the lowest odds are suddenly like getting number 1 or number 2 draft picks. Pretty,
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe our ping pong balls can be a little heavier than the other guys' ping pong balls or lighter. I don't know which would be better. But
so no, I yes, if any game is going to shed more light on it, it could be this one, right?
It's right. You saw my tweet. I forgot what the check boxes it ticked was. Huge game, rated E for everyone. Has nothing to do with gambling whatsoever. Like I didn't put that on the list, but that's another one. Like they've literally shoehorned this in. Like in Grand Theft Auto, it makes sense. It's a mature game. You'd expect like crime, casinos, like it all sort of fits together.
They built a casino in their city. It makes it. There's context.
There's context. There's no context for this except for people in their brains get addicted to random stuff, and some people have such an addiction to it that they can't help themselves, and they'll just give you their money because that's how they're wired. And
I think this would be a great time for us to get the This Is Vegas IP.
And just turn it into a casino that you play with.
With real money.
With real money.
For loot box payouts though.
I'm still trying to figure out how they made the trailer that way. Like, is it just like fuck you everybody? Like
people like it.
What's the reaction been?
Right. Like I'm sure people who aren't playing it and aren't going to get into that mode are like, this is terrible. But I'm sure the people that are really into that, they're like, ooh, that looks like a lot. I can get a lot of stuff popping out of packs.
So what's happening is they're basically I mean, what percent of the people who
I haven't
buy
seen
this?
anyone writing about it yet. It doesn't seem to be a controversy.
No, they have. There's definitely been articles about it, and Jim Sterling has a video up about it already, and it's good. You should watch it. But it's just like they're not hiding it anymore. They're just throwing it in their face. Is it? I think that the industry knows there's a ticking clock on this. Before it gets out there that there's this internet gaming disorder, and that basically people cannot help themselves, and it's a very small percentage of people, but there are enough people that can't help themselves that these companies are making a lot of money off them, and it's worth it to structure their stores in this way, such that like 90% of their player base is just uninterested in the store because it's monetized in such a predatory way. Anyway, whew. It's emotional. I think about it all the time. We're going to start a coalition and fight this.
Okay.
Don't you think there should be some like basic rights that gamers have when it comes to these types of predatory microtransactions? Like, you're not going to take advantage of our psychological weaknesses when we're buying games or even on free games. Like, there's a lot of children playing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just some morals somewhere. I feel like we have to do something, but I don't know. How about watch this, bitches? Should we do that?
We can do that. I
Wombat
think we can all get behind that.
Yeah.
Is Wombat still awake?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
He's spending money on...
I was too busy buying wheel spins. Are we doing new releases? We're not doing Watch This?
We're doing Watch This. Are you even listening?
I thought you said new releases.
Okay. I don't think I did.
No.
No?
Sky Striker writes in, and he wants to know what we think of the new Joker trailer. I thought that I didn't even want to watch it because I don't care.
It has nothing... It seems like it would have been a fine movie. I don't know why they had to call it The Joker.
Probably more interesting if it wasn't the Joker.
Yeah, like maybe they should have called it, I don't know,
The Toker.
Killer Clown.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 2.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 2.
Solo.
Part 2.
Tears
Solo
of
Part
a Clown.
Did nobody watch it? Nobody watched it.
I did. I watched it.
Oh, it looks like meh.
It's not even that, again.
It just doesn't look like Joker.
It's not that it looks bad. It looks fine. It looks like an interesting character study, and It's got that tie-in to the King of Comedy, sort of, in a weird way.
Right.
I like what it's going for. I like Todd Phillips. I like Robert De Niro. I don't understand why it's a Joker movie. It feels like they had a movie and they're making it a Joker movie so people see it because people like to see comic book movies. I don't know. I'm like,
yeah, that's it. I think you pretty much you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, but has nothing to do with comic book movies,
right? And I have no interest. Therefore, it's useless. It's not useless. Mindhunter season 2. You guys watching that? Yeah.
No.
You don't want to hear how the FBI developed interrogation techniques, or not interrogation techniques, but crime-solving techniques by interrogating serial killers?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
It's really shot well and acted well. If that interests you, does that help? Does that twist your arm a little bit?
No.
They also talk about how the Eagles were formed and other classic rock bands.
I did watch a 2.5-hour documentary on Motown this week. That was really good.
Yeah.
It just premiered this week on Showtime. It's cool because it has recent interviews with Berry Gordy.
Oh, I saw that. Ain't no town like Motown, right?
And something like that.
It? I just made that up. I don't know.
I know. No, I think it's just called the Motown Story. And it's him, and there's a lot of Smokey Robinson and a lot of recent interviews. And it was very good. And I think there's 1 Four Top left and 1 Temptation left. So yeah, I think was it Duke Farad? I think is the last Temptation still alive. And yeah, it was really interesting. Really interesting.
I am not tempted to watch that.
Boo!
I watched Holy Moly. That's good.
The golf thing that you told me about.
Yeah. Wipeout and mini golf put together. It's a good time.
Is it like Caddyshack 2 with Randy Quaid?
It's better.
They attack. You can attack people with the golf clubs.
There's
hockey
no
equipment?
the course is attacking you, not you're not attacking other people.
Oh, I guess I'm interested.
Yeah, you get to see like people get hit by giant windmills.
Right. All right, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
I watched Detective Pokemon also. Who else watched it?
I watched it. We watched it as a family last night. It's on sale on Xbox Live for $10 in 4K, and my kids have been begging to see it.
Yeah, Ty was very interested too.
So, I'm like, fine. For $10, if it means that we'll actually all sit together in one room and watch a movie together.
Yeah. How long did it take before you fell asleep?
My wife fell asleep very fast.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
And I stayed awake. I didn't hate it. I thought it was cute. You know what? I thought it, and it's Duke Fakir, by the way, and he's one of the four tops. Just correcting myself.
Was this a wonderful character study?
Dude, this is like
movie?
just like that last thing you were talking about. Just what we were just talking about, where you said, like Joker. This didn't need to be Pokemon. Like, there's.
I don't know about that. No, I do think it needed to be Pokemon because that's what my kids were.
Of
my
course,
kids, they like
you know
seeing
what I'm
the Pokemon.
saying. Did it really like feel like Pokemon in any way? Like it didn't look like
No,
Pokemon.
but I think I don't know. I liked. You know what? It looks really nice. I like the visual style of the movie.
It sucked.
I didn't hate it. It's not very good, but my kids loved it. I think Sabrina thinks it's the best movie ever made. So who am I to argue with her?
Put her on here. I'm going to tell her how much it sucked.
Okay.
Wake her up. All right, what else we got here?
That's it. Unless you want me to talk more about the Motown movie.
No.
It was very good, and
I thought you were just making that up.
No, I really watched that.
You don't even know the name of it.
It's called The Motown Story, and it's on Showtime. It's a Showtime documentary.
That's the name they came up with it for, huh?
Yeah, and you could listen to 90-year-old Berry Gordy rewrite history because he's the only one left.
Right. Keep watching that and not Mindhunter.
Happily.
Yeah.
Happily, I will watch that instead of Mindhunter.
Did you guys get your 3 years of Disney Plus?
I did not. I didn't get it. Don't you have to be a D23 member or something?
That's means you give them your email address.
Oh, I thought there was like a whole thing. Is it too late now? Probably.
You have to swear your allegiance to Mickey.
Right.
Is it too late now?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I already got it, so
I'm pretty sure they're happy to take your
done with
3 years up front now.
It was like going on when I wasn't like when I was like out and about. So I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I saw the thing.
What's the idea that they're just gonna after the first year they're gonna like?
Oh no,
double
it's
the
valid
price?
through September 2nd.
There you go. 3 years for like what, $150?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Pretty
$2 a
good.
month cheaper than what they're stating, right?
Save
Sure. I'm gonna pay.
$23 per
I'm
year
gonna
on a
subscribe for that long
3-year.
anyways.
I
So
know. I'm mad that you canceled Netflix.
why?
It's good.
What am I watching on Netflix? Nothing.
Mindhunter season 2.
Is that what that's on?
Yeah.
Season 2. That means it's the last season of it, right?
You know what? I like when the shows end after. Come on, they always run out of good stuff after 2 or 3 seasons anyway. All these shows go on for too long. But you know what doesn't go on for too long? This Harry's ad. You know, a lot of guys buy disposable razors when they travel, but this summer you don't have to sacrifice quality for price. Hey, Wombat, tell our listeners what you love about Harry's. Hurry up.
I love that Harry's was founded by 2 regular guys who were tired of getting ripped off and paying for overpriced gimmicks.
You're not good at this, Wombat.
I'm not. I also love that my Harry's razors give me the best shave I've ever had in my entire life.
How many years have we been doing Harry's commercials for?
Oh, we've been doing these for a long time. I'm just
like 10 years of Harry's
you
commercials?
threw me for a loop there. I could talk about Harry's razors. Closeness. It's the best shave I've ever had. And it's not, I'm not just saying it because I've literally been using nothing but Harry's razors for at least 3 years, 4 years.
It's got to be longer because they've been sponsoring us for like forever, it seems.
Wow. I know. I love Harry's razors. I recommend it. I buy them as gifts for people. It's a thing I do. Anyone who I know and it's their birthday or the holidays,
They're sick of those Harry's gifts.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, Harry's, what a surprise!" I'm like, "Yep, you know it," because it's like a no-brainer for me though. It's like, "Oh, you're a guy, you shave. This is something you're gonna appreciate and use, and you're gonna like it." So Harry's, yeah, it's the best shave. It's the best shave anyone can ever get from anyone. Period.
You've totally redeemed yourself.
Thank you. Now go on with your ad.
Why try Harry's? Well, two regular guys were tired of getting ripped off and paying for overpriced gimmicks, and Harry's makes quality, durable braids. Wombat, you did such a good job. I can't measure up now.
Sorry.
I'm defeated.
Yep.
Harry's makes quality, durable blades at a fair price. Just $2 per blade. And if you don't love your shave, just let them know and they'll give you a full refund. I forgot that I was using their face wash for a while. Mm-hmm. And I just sort of forgot about it because I have so many other Harry's products. And I went to Target and I bought the face wash. And then I got home and I opened up my medicine cabinet and I had like 2 things of face wash in there.
But look at it this way. Now you have lots of face wash.
It's going to last a long time.
There's nothing wrong with that. I've done similar things. I did that today with water. I bought another 25 pack of bottles of water, and I came home and there was a sealed 25 bottles of water that somehow I missed.
Damn, don't drown, Wombat. Be careful.
I like water. It's good for you.
This summer, refresh your wallet and your face with a Harry's trial set. It comes with a weighted ergonomic handle for an easy grip, 5-blade razor with lubricating strip and trimmer blade for a close shave, rich lathering shave gel that will leave you smelling great, and a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy on the go. Listeners of our show can redeem their trial set at harrys.com/CAG. Make sure you go to harrys.com/CAG to redeem your offer and let them know we sent you to help support the show. Thanks, Harry's. And if you need any face wash, just hit me up. Come on over.
Slide into your DMs.
New releases. I've played some of these new releases. I think we've all played some of these new releases, which is like a big departure from the usual.
So what have you played? And I'll say what I've played.
No, I want to hear. I don't want to go first because I'm sweating.
You don't want to go first? You
No.
don't want to talk about Pantsu Hunter back to the 90s yet?
You don't know what I've played.
I don't know what you played. What did you play, Shipwreck?
I played some of Control.
Did you buy that game?
I did buy that game.
How is it? Is it worth buying?
It is. I'm only about an hour in so far, so I can't say for sure, but I would say that it is giving me very much Max Payne type of vibes.
Oh,
the creepiness is there. The narrative is good.
What about the Alan Wake vibes? Because I like those vibes.
Wait,
Isn't
what did
that-
I say? Didn't I say Alan Wake?
You said Max Payne.
You said
No,
Max
sorry.
Payne.
I meant yes, Max Payne and Alan Wake. Sorry.
They're both Remedy games, aren't
They're both
they?
Remedy games.
Yes. I
Yeah,
was
they
expecting you to say.
No.
Oh,
I meant Alan
no. When
Wake.
Shipwreck makes a mistake, we just let it go like mature, rational adults.
Right.
Yeah, because he
dudes.
doesn't eat at the bowling alley while he's
The
bowling.
Remedy guys. Yeah. No, it definitely has influence of both.
Good.
But
Like
Use
both
two
of
guns at the same time and move in slow motion.
I haven't yet.
Mind
like I said,
guns,
I'm only an
probably.
hour in.
I thought you got this too, Cheapy. No?
No, I didn't get anything.
Oh.
I was gonna, because we're doing the show. It's what is it? Wednesday night? What
Yeah.
night is it? Yeah, I don't know. Mrs. Cheapy was out last night, and we're doing the show tonight, so I didn't even buy the game yet. I was hoping it would magically appear in my inbox. It has not.
I asked for a code and I was going to give it to you, but the guy never replied to my email. So,
You know who did reply to my email? Best Buy.
yeah.
Right? No, I know.
I was going to use it, full disclosure, as a blackmail technique. I was going to say, I have this control code.
Oh.
But you should get Rainbow Six.
Right? You're
Yeah.
gonna make me buy Rainbow Six to get the
Right.
control code.
Yeah. I was like, you spend $12.
That would have worked.
I know it would have worked. I'm not stupid.
Right. Oh well. It's not too late, by the way.
Yep.
I haven't bought
Just
it
so
yet.
you know that I was serious when I said I did ask for a code, but I wasn't
Okay.
going to keep it. I did have ulterior, non-altruistic motives, though.
So Control, yes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. It's a little bit too creepy for me to play too close to bedtime. Which
Oh,
is why
wow.
I've only played an hour of it.
Like what
It's
kind of
definitely not-
creepy? Like tentacle creepy?
No, just it's
Demon
very
tentacles?
tense. It's very tense, and you're not quite sure what's going on. So, like, I mean, story wise, you're not like,
Right. Like Wombat recording the show.
yeah. So
Huh? What?
Exactly. Hey-o.
you can very much tell it's a game written by Sam Lake. Which
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to buy it.
his writing is very interesting because it's unlike any other video game writer. Like I know everybody's like hot to trot about Kojima all the time.
I'm not the trot.
Sure, but everybody likes his vision so much. I like Sam Lake's vision a lot.
I feel like
in his
because he
games.
writes like a TV show or a movie.
He does, but it also is
or a book.
it's slightly like not since he's from where's he from? Denmark somewhere?
Right.
Somewhere,
It's a little
yeah.
it's a
Sweden,
little different than
somewhere-
what we're used to.
Yeah, it's got a different twist than a traditional like American type storytelling.
Right. Like when you watch the Grassy Junior High because it came from Canada, it was just like a little off.
Right.
And you like that because like it's a little different than what I'm used to. Like there's a little more like sex or something, like kids have more problems, like just a little different. And that's why
Yes.
Control is like the Grassy Junior High.
Exactly.
I like this analogy.
I'm excited to play it because I
Finland.
like-
They're in Finland.
yeah, that's what they say in Finland.
That's how everybody in the game talks.
Yeah,
Like
use your
Jamie Lee
mind
Curtis
powers.
at the end of Trading Places.
Please be helping me with my rucksack. I have the Swedish meatballs. No, I'm excited for Control. Very excited. I'll be playing that tomorrow.
Finnish meatballs.
Right, IKEA, right? Or is it Swedish? I don't know.
Yes, it's Swedish and IKEA. Yes.
Yeah, I think Control fits into a game that Mrs. Cheapy would enjoy watching you play.
Yeah, thank you for saying that because I forgot to ask and I meant to. Good. So we'll report more next week on Control. What have you been playing, Wombat?
I checked out Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut. It's on Game Pass.
Yes.
So I downloaded that and I played a little bit of it and I was not all that interested. I thought I would really like it. It's, it's a turn-based RPG. I like RPGs. I like everything that it's about, but just something about it, I was just kind of like, I don't know.
You like turn-based RPGs?
I do. Sure. Why not?
Which one?
I liked Operencia a lot. This kind
Okay.
of reminded me of that. I like those South Park games a lot.
Okay.
I liked what's the one? The one. Why am I blanking? There's one that I played a
Jade
lot
Empire?
on the 3DS that I'm completely spacing on right now because I'm old and that happens.
Cooking
That's
Mama?
fine. I didn't remember you playing a lot of turn-based RPGs.
I don't like the overly storied like the Final Fantasies with too long of a cutscene. That's where you lose me. But yeah, generally speaking,
All right. So
Yeah.
Bard's Tale, we can
yeah, I would say it's a pass. If you don't, if
a
you
Game
wanna-
Pass.
a Game Pass. If you want to find out for yourself, it's on Game Pass if you have it. So
Right.
there's
You already
a
paid
chance
for
you
it.
already paid for it in a way. I also noticed now that when you boot up a Game Pass game, it actually says Game Pass in the corner.
Yep.
That's
Good.
new, right?
Yep.
It's new for maybe about a month or so.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah. I find it useful because it lets you know if you actually own the game or not.
Yeah, I agree. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, look at that. It says Game Pass now.
Damn, Ship's got so many games. He doesn't know what he owns and what he doesn't know.
No clue.
No
I am-
clue.
On
no, I'm
Xbox
right there
One,
with him.
I boot that thing up and it has like 500 games installed on it.
Yep.
And I'm
Wow.
like, I have no idea which of these games like
I
I,
think-
own on
yeah.
disc or if they're digital or
Last time I was looking today because I was, installing and stuff, and it was like 547 games. And I'm like, I don't know what these games are.
You guys are game hoarders, digital game hoarders.
Yes, we are. Is that a problem for you?
I like to lead a minimalist life.
I see.
Even
That
digitally.
I don't think I was going to say, how could you be more minimalist than
Digital.
Then digital only.
I'm saying digital.
I don't want to
minimals.
take up any physical space.
Ones
I
and
think-
zeros are taking
Yeah.
up space.
You're ones and zeros. What do
Can
you? Have you played anything this week?
I played
Anything
2 games this week on this list. Can you guess?
I hope you played Knights and Bikes. Is that one of the ones?
It was, yeah.
Good. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I played it with Ty because it's a co-op, Double Fine, couch co-op, and maybe online co-op, Double Fine game, featuring a hand-drawn animation and maybe like a heavy-handed story about like kids having problems. I don't mean like heavy-handed. I mean heavy.
Is it weird that this game is on the PS4 and not the Xbox?
I don't know if that's weird or not, but it is. And yeah. So, but it seemed we only played about an hour, maybe not even, but it does the co-op in a cool way in that you're playing 2 different characters. And by the way, both the characters are girls.
Oh, I'm out.
And they're different. Like they're both you're both doing different things. Like even though it's called Knights and Bikes, like there's only one character that gets a bike like in the beginning.
And the
then,
other
like,
one is a knight?
No, and the other character just gets like some other like different type of attack, and it's interesting in that way. But I can see like there's some sadness. There's going to be definitely some sadness in the story. It's one of those games you can see like some adolescent problems and stuff. But it's I think it was $20 I paid for it. Seems like it's pretty well done. But again, I've only played maybe 45 minutes, an hour, if that. But we'll play more. Seems like a good game, Wombat, for you to play with your daughter.
Oh, I have one of those.
Yeah, I think, or for your wife to play with your daughter.
Oh,
Would they ever
that
play?
that would not happen.
That would not happen.
That would not happen.
Okay. Anyway, it's definitely a unique type of game, and you should look into Knights and Bikes if you're looking for something a little different. No microtransactions, as far as I could tell.
That's always a plus.
Can you guess the second game that I bought?
You are playing World of Warcraft Classic.
What? Shipwreck. Give an educated guess, please.
I'm just kidding.
I'm looking here. I'm looking.
I know. I'm trying to figure.
You only
it
have
out.
one guess. So
Wreckfest.
You got it.
Got it.
Yep. Wreckfest is basically the spiritual successor to Demolition Derby. It's been on PC for a while, like I don't know when it came out of early access, but basically they had a PC version and then they started working on the console version. And I think the console version is supposed to be better than the PC version, and now they're bringing the PC version up to the console version. Anyway, if you're looking for really like an straight up old school, but with new school graphics and physics type of smash 'em up racing game with no turbos, no boosts and crazy multipliers and things like that, just straight up like here's like a crazy fucking like loop-de-loop race course and you're smashing into guys, or here's a crazy demolition derby arena that features like a big space in the middle for your standard demolition derby and then like rings on the outside so you can get speed going and like try to come into the middle circle. The graphics are great, the collisions are great.
Is there a reason it's rated teen? Like everything you said so far, I'm like, oh, Dash might like this. What's going on with
Nothing.
the teen rating?
Oh, I don't know. Well,
I'm going to say just because it's probably demolition and destruction.
It's just cars and
There's not like people flying out of
no.
any of that.
No. It's maybe just because it's like considered car violence because the crashes are very realistic.
Did you go with the $40 version or the
Yeah.
$60 deluxe edition?
No, I just went with the $40 version.
So you spend $40 on this, you spend $20 on the other thing, but you won't spend $12 to make me happy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm waiting for the free one.
I know the free one's up now, by
one.
the way.
Right, I was going to do the free one.
I know that's
for the free week, but it's really I've only played the online is really good. I played with the icon Jimmy Mack. You may remember him. It's just funny. Like I find myself, it's one of those games where somehow like car games with really good collisions make me laugh because a lot of unexpected things happen. It's like maybe it's the randomness of car collisions. I don't know. It's hilarious. Like I was doing a race, and it's one of these races where like, they meet. There's like a cross in the middle, so you can have like random collisions where the tracks cross over. And I saw, like out of the corner of my corner of the screen, there was a guy coming and making a line to me to try to get me, just to try to take me out in the middle of the race. Maybe he was losing and just fucking around. And then some other car came and just took him out, like a hair before he was about to hit me. And it was just like out of a movie. And it looked so realistic. So if you like that kind of game, I think Wrecked is where it's at. And Wreckfest, specifically the online stuff, because I feel like that's where like the most random shit happens, and it's just going to be the funniest.
It is rated T because it says, according to the ERB, takedowns can cause drivers to be hurled from their vehicles and thrown into the air. Human bodies sometimes remain on racetracks and arena floors as vehicles drive over them.
No, I don't know if that's still in the game. Is that on the PC version?
It doesn't specify.
I haven't seen any drivers at all. Maybe there's a mode, but I played a bunch of online in all different like races, demolition derbies, crazy. There's no. Only the cars are getting beat up. Maybe they changed it. Maybe there's one mode where that's in there, because that was in a different game. Flat Out, maybe like the predecessor to this. I don't know. But I think you could get this and just, if that is in there, just avoid that mode. Okay. But I didn't see it. So yeah, those are the two games I played.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm. Anything else in new releases that we should talk about?
I want to check out Whipsy. That's the what's the full name of that game? Whipsy and the Lost Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like a $5 or $6 game, but it's a nice looking little platformer.
Okay.
So for that price, I'm willing to give it a go.
Oh, and look, Hunt Showdown is finally out of early access on PC.
Yeah.
And on Xbox One.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't played that in a while. I should go back and check it out because it was pretty cool. And I bought it, I think. On the PC. All right, I guess that's it for new releases. Now it's time for news multi-platforming.
I feel like there was a big Switch. There was a big Switch release.
There was?
Yes, it's been getting good reviews.
What is it?
Esport Manager?
It's the new.
Oh, Duck Life Battle.
I don't think it's on. I don't think it made the list here.
Plunge. Oh, Snooker 19.
Super Hot? What? I like that game. It's a good game.
Super Hot's awesome.
Space Harrier? That's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready.
Astral Chain. I guess it comes out this week. Yeah, it's not out yet.
Oh, is that a Switch game?
Yes.
An only Switch game?
Only Switch game.
That's a Platinum, right? Platinum.
That is a Platinum Games game. Yes.
All right.
Getting good reviews.
I did download Devil May Cry 5 because it's on Game Pass.
Oh, I played a little bit of that.
Yes, I also played a little bit of that.
I don't know. I felt like there was too much nothing in between killing things, and I got tired of it fairly quickly.
I feel like we could fast forward into the future to Devil May Cry 10, and like everything's gonna look the same. Like the menus, like this gameplay structure, like
it's
like nothing's
it's
changed.
Very antiquated, right? Is that what?
Yeah,
it
it's
is?
all those Japanese games. It's like
I don't. I'm like,
don't you feel
on.
like
get on with it?
It's ballsy of them to be charging $60 for the games like that in 2019.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah. Like it's just supported by like the rabid fan base.
And there's no real. It's not innovation. There's like a streamlined format to gaming now where things should move a little bit faster. I don't even need the breaks between levels to tell me what my grade is. Just keep it going.
Right.
Anyway.
I get it. It's serving a niche. There's a market for these types of games still, but
not for me.
We don't have to buy them.
I didn't.
And you don't have to like it.
I don't.
Good. See, we're doing it right.
You know what I have been liking on Game Pass, though? Came out last week.
No.
Slay the Spire.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's really good. I believe it was a PC game first that's been out for a while.
Sounds like a mobile game.
It's not a pretty game, I'll say that much. Graphically, it's not like gonna change the world.
Okay.
It is a roguelike turn-based card battle RPG.
Oh, I'm looking at pictures. It looks pretty cute.
It's a single-player game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's a roguelike. You start off as one of 3 characters. You can unlock all 3 fairly quickly. You play. I actually like the first character the best, and you have your deck of cards, and you play the cards, and you try to defeat the enemies to get to the top of the tower. And if you beat that, then you go to the next tower. And I don't know how many towers there are. I have gotten up to the 4th tower. That's about as good as I can go. I usually die pretty much immediately once I haven't beaten Tower 4 yet. Yeah, that's Slay the Spire. It's really good. I highly recommend it. I've been playing a lot of it.
It's got great reviews on Steam. I'm looking at it right now, like 96%.
Oh, it's like surprisingly addictive. You get into it, you get into the strategy of it, like, oh, I'll play this card, then this card, and then this card, and I'll wipe out 3 people, and it'll be awesome. And then you do it, and you feel like you've accomplished something when you've really accomplished nothing. But still,
right.
It's all about the mental. So it's one of those kind of games. It's not about looking the best out there. It's about knowing how to do what it does and do it really well. And there's no microtransactions. There are no additional card packs to buy. It's just the game is the game. So, and you unlock cards by playing, but that's fine because that's
it's a card game.
Yeah, that's fun. So
there's no slot machines in that game?
There's no slot machines. It's on Game Pass. It'll take you about, I don't know, it would take you probably half a minute to download it. And you should check it out because I think you'd really like it. I think you would both really like it.
Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Game
Sounds
Pass.
good.
Slay the Spire.
Remind me later.
Yeah. I think you'll both really enjoy it.
Okay. Maybe we will.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question.
Shipwreck could probably even play that with his kids in the room because I don't think there's any blood.
I generally don't. If I'm not playing video games with my kids actively, I generally am not playing video games when they're with me.
Well, whatever then. Who needs you?
That's just how
It's how he operates. He doesn't eat at the bowling alley when he's bowling, and he doesn't play video games when the kids are
I just take my kids bowling into the Intrepid.
Right. Do they have a bowling alley there?
There's a bowling alley on the Intrepid.
It's across the street, actually.
That's true.
There is one.
You are true. You are correct. There's a bowling alley across.
But I don't think they have ping pong.
Oh, lots of chess and checkers on those ships. They make a big point of showing you how many chess and checker tables there are.
Yeah, that's what else are you going to do?
Oh.
Back in the day.
Yep.
No Pokemon.
No Pokemon.
Here's a question from at Destin Ligare. I don't know how to say Destin's last name, but he's an industry legend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But I've only ever referred to him as Destin. I don't know. But anyway, his question is, do you guys think the Marvel Avengers game will be a smash success in 2020 as it's so far out from Endgame? So he's asking, do you think people will still be caring about the Avengers next year since there's not going to be any more Avengers movie?
I think people will still care about the Avengers, yes. I don't think that...
Will it be a smash success?
I think there's potential for it to be a smash success. I think that there's still too many unanswered questions about the game for... it's...
Oh wait, there's a follow-up. There's a follow-up question from Destin. He wants to know how much pachinko is going to be in the Avengers game.
Well, that's just it. I mean, they've been hinting that there's going to be a lot of paywall stuff. A lot of paid content for this game.
It's a games as service game.
Yeah, but it's also a $60 games as service game. So I'm sort of like about that. Even with superheroes in it, even with Iron Man in it, I'm like, don't do this to me.
What if it had Spider-Man?
Nah, Spider-Man's the worst. So that would be an instant no-buy.
We need our Gamers Bill of Rights to come out before this game comes out so we can make sure that they build it in a way that's not predatory and screws up the game for everyone.
And yet everything they've showed or hinted about this game is that it's basically, they might as well have just made this the Predator game as opposed to the Predator game that's coming out.
Right.
Is it so predatory? You get it?
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Okay,
I see where you were going.
Okay, just checking.
Something about a predator.
Still,
Yep. I mean, I watched that
We need
gameplay.
to know
demo.
more of it still, right?
Huh?
We need to know more about what the game is.
I
Yes.
watched they had a decent gameplay demo from Gamescom. I watched it. The superheroes did superhero things.
Was
Like,
it
they
the one on
showed,
the
like,
bridge? Did
Huh,
they show
yeah.
Okay.
Thor threw his hammer. And
That's what
hit
they showed
people.
behind closed doors at E3 then.
Okay, yeah, it's probably the same thing then.
And it looks
Iron Man
fine,
shot
and it doesn't
people.
look like it's grindy because they don't really show much gameplay, right? It's just sort of like going from thing to thing. It looks like a tutorial, right?
Yeah, and then Black Widow comes out and she shoots some people. Yeah,
I think I don't know, man. I'm worried about all the microtransactions and just getting the random shit in the game to get people hooked on it and making it like I don't want it too much like Destiny where I have to study it and know be
I don't
there
think you
for-
would have to do that for this Avengers game. I think it's going to be a little more streamlined than that, where it's just going to be, oh, you like Ant-Man? Ant-Man's
Give me
$25.
$20.
Yeah, give me $25. You can play as Ant-Man now.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
If,
Hopefully
if
it'll be
it's
cool.
Destiny's format, I could be into that. I could definitely
That would be actually may even be better. Destiny isn't really known for being predatory.
No.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. I don't want to have to study to play. Is basically what I'm saying.
I played a little of Destiny last week.
I feel like with Destiny, I have to go to websites to read about it to be up on.
Yeah,
what's
I don't think they
happening.
would do that with an Avengers game.
I don't know. That's what
I
I'm
think
worried about.
They want that.
You just
game
have to watch
be-
27 movies before you play it.
Well,
Yeah.
I've done that already. So
Okay,
I'm
good. You're up to speed.
I'm in.
23 movies, I believe.
All right, here's a question from at Gaming Groceries. Are any of you excited about the Lion King and Aladdin remasters coming this fall?
I'm whatever. That's my feeling about all remasters. They're fine.
Did you even see the live action Lion King movie?
No,
Or Aladdin?
Okay, it's not a live action Lion King movie.
Live, see, you know what I mean.
It's
Live-
just a computer
live
animated.
animals, live
the computer
animals.
animated Lion King. No,
Right.
and I didn't see the Aladdin either.
Right. I saw Aladdin, but I couldn't bring myself to go to Lion King for some reason. I'll watch it on video.
My kids both saw it at camp, like a rainy day thing, so I
Perfect.
didn't have to take them.
You're out.
Yeah, I'm like, good. I'm glad
So,
you guys
Shipwreck?
liked it.
Are you excited? You're the one has the highest chance of being excited.
He probably already has them still.
I already have them, so I need to see. Is it likely that I buy this? Yes. Am I overly excited about it?
Okay. Perfect answer.
I don't. Can you be overly excited about these really hard platformers?
Right.
These are not easy games. Lion King and Aladdin. I'm sure most people will play the first level and be like, okay, I'm off to something else again. I got my nostalgia fix.
I mean, that's just it, though. It's like there's better new things out there and better new things coming out. You don't need to play Lion King and the Aladdin and the Aladdin again.
Right. The amazing thing about those games back in the day was just the animation on them and the music.
Right.
They
were revolutionary. They were
right. The
literally
games
revolutionary.
themselves, the hit detection was
Right.
terrible.
Right.
The difficulty spikes were horrible. The way that you got so many instant deaths in Lion King, especially.
I played it recently on my arcade cabinet, and yeah.
Yeah. Those are not friendly games. I remember the first time playing Lion King. I think I played it first time on a PC. And I was just blown away by the graphics on it. But I also remember just using my newly found curse words at that age a lot with that game.
Right. Yep. For sure. At Darwin Loves Devo asks for our thoughts on Telltale Games coming back. Well, it's
not
just,
really coming back.
right. Just two industry legends got together and bought the.
They bought a
the
name. Two
They
people
the
bought a name.
And they're trying to hire back the employees on a part-time basis, which means they don't really have the capital to start up the company properly. they're looking probably just to cash in on name recognition.
Yeah.
Even though they have their own name recognition because they're industry legends. But
Who are they? Who are they?
no, I don't, that's the joke. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I mean,
so that's our
I
thoughts.
get it. I get part of it. Like the name's for sale. You want to have name
It's a good
recognition
name.
for your company.
People know it.
You buy it, and they're hiring back some people as freelance, but not as full time, which is upsetting some people. But I have no idea what the kind of capital this company has, and who knows? Maybe they legitimately just don't have the capital to hire anyone full time yet, and maybe they mean it when they say as soon as the money's there, they will hire full time people. Maybe they're full of crap, but who knows?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Exactly. Maybe we're all being a little too quick to judgment. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll wind up being, garbage people just like the last the last company.
Right.
Traveler's Tales should have bought them. That way we wouldn't have to stop and think about which company we're talking about.
Right. And just let it die.
Right.
All right. That's any Rainbow Six updates? Because we didn't have any Rainbow Sexy talk. I guess it's the free week on Xbox is the big talk. Right, Wombat?
Yes.
Talking to you, Rainbow Six.
Wombat's
Six. Rainbow Sexy talk.
Right.
I did say your name.
You respond to Rainbow Six, Wombat. I respond
Right.
to Borderlands.
Wombat. When
Yeah.
I say Wombat and Rainbow Six and step on your foot, you say something.
Okay. Let's try
Hey,
this now.
Wombat, anything left for Rainbow Six sexy time?
I think he's talking to you.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, I have a special report here for our
Okay.
Nintendo section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a special report from Whipsmart Banky on a game called Omega Labyrinth Life.
Okay.
Are you familiar with this game?
No.
This is one of those risque, like anime girls with large breastises.
Okay.
I'm
And
searching
with-
it now. Hopefully I don't get arrested.
Right. Don't do that on your work computer.
Too late.
Oh, wait. Okay. So this is the Omega. Yeah. Mega series. Omega is formed with two boobs. It's the Greek letter Omega formed with two boobs.
Well, I believe
Boobs.
that was the Greeks' original intentions
Boobs.
when making that letter.
Right. Yes. I'm familiar with the Omega series.
Yes. So this is the latest version, and they offered us a review code. I knew Whipsmart Banky is. Like,
Oh,
into-
nice.
Yeah, it was into the anime and the boobies and the video games. So this feel like it's a perfect storm coming together. So I want to read you some of his impressions on some of the mechanics in the game, just to get you up to speed on what type of game this is. And then he says there are rare items from the dungeon need to be appraised, and you do that by rubbing the item between the girl's boobs using the touchscreen. This is on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
There's another mini game called Tit for Tat, and it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. And if you're defeated in the dungeon while carrying a certain item, when you're defeated, you have to play this game, Tit for Tat. And then you use the thumbsticks to position the girl's breasts independently to signal rock, scissors, or papers. How do you get rock, paper, or scissors from breasts?
If you don't know,
Let's see.
I'm not answering for you. 'cause
Rock.
That's
Okay, so
embarrassing.
rock, let's think. So rock is what? Two together, just like horizontal squishing together.
It's something like that.
Okay, so that's rock. And then paper is the vertical version.
Sure.
And then what's scissors?
It's like maybe spread.
Spread.
Or like mashing together?
No,
I don't know. I feel weird just
that's
even
more like a
reading this.
rock.
Right. You came back to rock.
Right. So if you lose the game, you're booted back to town with none of your loot. But he says the most questionable mini game though is called augmenting. You're basically touching the girls to make them produce magical droplets, which then can be used in gardening. And you
Okay.
find their special spot and they'll burst, and then you collect and bottle the results to water the garden. He says it's referred to a few times as sweat, but it's still super icky, even by my standards. Anyway, the wrap up is a surprisingly deep, if not repetitive, old school dungeon crawler with shockingly lewd but optional moments, especially for shockingly for a Nintendo console game.
So something for Shipwreck to play with the kids in the room.
Right. Once again, now you know why he doesn't play with the kids in the room. It seems like the perfect Switch game because you could take it with you into the bathroom. All right, let's move on.
Thank you, Smart Banky. And
yeah, that was fun.
And I think, who is it? Is that a D3 game?
I forgot.
I think that's a D3 published game.
Sounds like it. Well,
Thank
thank
you,
whoever sent it to us. Banky, thanks you.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're on to the CAG bag now. We have a very special CAG bag. Wow, like two special things. This is a special food-related CAG bag. We had a lot of food-related questions this week, so I just took all the non-food related questions and put them throughout other parts of the show to make this a special food-related CAG bag. See what I did? Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Gabrielle writes in, and he says, Chibi, you've been documenting exercise, but what have you done to your diet? Do you have alcohol, caffeine, cheat meals? All I'm doing now is just trying to eat less calories. I'm just trying to have a calorie deficit. So I'm eating one of those like meal replacement shakes for breakfast every morning. And it's like, I don't know, it's probably like 200 calories because I put a banana in there. It's very good. I recommend the Ideal Shake Mocha flavor if you're looking for one. Put a banana in there. That's all you need, really. Banana. Milk if you want more calories. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. I don't drink really, and I actually stopped drinking coffee just because calories, just less calories. So yeah, basically just
black
eating
coffee.
less. Yeah, I don't want that. I want if I want coffee, I want a hot latte or an iced latte.
Okay, that's not coffee.
It's a milk drink.
Yeah.
It's a milky drink, but I don't put any sugar in it. I like just the milkiness of it. I don't need any sugar.
I like black coffee.
But even still, even if just one of those is like a couple hundred calories. So just cutting that out it's something, and it all adds up.
Okay.
Carl Kramer writes in and asks, have any of us tried an Impossible Whopper?
I have not.
Shit.
Not that I wouldn't.
I don't eat it. I don't eat it. Burger King.
No, he does. We all know.
Oh,
that.
you had a problem at Burger King.
Yeah.
He got sick
problem.
like 7 years ago.
E. coli, right?
I have not been back.
Was it 7 years ago though? Is that
It's probably at least that.
right?
Yeah.
Was it E. coli?
It's food
It was
poisoning.
it was chicken fries.
Chicken fry. These chicken fries feel a little cold in the middle. And now I feel a little cold. Yeah, it's rough. I know.
Black coffee, by the way, holds like 2 calories. Chibi.
Yeah, black coffee is
No, but I don't drink. I just said I don't drink black coffee.
Chibi doesn't. I do. So I'm
Yeah. No, I don't. I usually when I drink coffee, I want the caffeine, but I also want like a milky treat. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, and that's gross.
Not a sugary treat, but a milky treat.
Yeah.
That's where I am. I've had Impossible Burgers before, but not an Impossible Whopper. I wouldn't. If I have my choice, I'm not going to Burger King.
Right. I have no issues with Burger King other than I don't eat there.
I think it's great that they're selling it. And I like the Impossible Burger when I've had it before. And I did just have the Beyond Sausage, I think it's what it was called, at Bear Burger. And that I like that a lot.
I don't like Bear Burger.
Well, it's too expensive for what you get, really.
I was never impressed by their food.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you tried their macho fries? Talking about counting your calories?
No, I have not.
Don't eat anything else for the rest of the day if you get the macho fries.
I did have Shake Shack yesterday. That was good.
Macho fries are like nachos, but on top of French fries.
Okay.
And they're like 1,600 calories.
I'm good.
But they're fantastic.
I'm sure they're fine.
And the sausage is good too, but it's like $10 and it's like this like tiny fucking sausage. A fake sausage.
I understood.
At Kabang Chu writes in and asks, would you rather have an infinite supply of your favorite pizza that will give you horrible explosive diarrhea one in every times you eat it, or an infinite supply of your favorite ice cream that makes you fart uncontrollably every 5 to 10 seconds for an hour after eating it?
I'll go with the ice
so
cream.
the first one was 1 in every 10 times you eat the pizza.
Yeah, so
Yes.
10% of the time when you eat pizza, you're going to get explosive diarrhea.
Right.
Or just gas.
From
I'm
ice
going
cream.
pizza.
I have a better idea. Can I just answer this?
Yeah.
How about I just go buy pizza and have a finite supply of pizza and ice cream and just buy it and pay for it when I want it? And then I don't
because
have.
you're defeating the purpose of the hypothetical question, and that makes you a downer.
I don't
so
like
are
it.
you a downer? Are you an a-hole?
Who put this on the outline? It's horrible.
I didn't. You did.
I know.
Like, so it's just like I'm just having explosive diarrhea like once, right?
No.
No, I don't know.
No.
Yes. Once.
Yeah, just like
yes.
a once occurring. I can
Yeah.
live through that. That's
So,
not.
No,
wait,
but
so you
every
have like
10 times.
one. So you eat your pizza, and 10% of the time you have to like run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Wow.
But you only have to go to the bathroom that one time, and once you poop that one time, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because that sounds better than I'm thinking it's like 2 days in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I'm not good with that. But if it's just the
No.
I need more information is really where I'm going.
right,
Because
I really
otherwise,
like that.
I'm okay with gas for, an hour after eating ice cream.
every 5 seconds though.
Whatever.
For an hour.
For an hour,
It's
every
nonstop. It's
five-
nonstop.
I'm only going to
It's
eat ice
nonstop
cream.
farting.
I'm not eating ice cream at work.
That's the definition of nonstop farting for an hour.
right, every
Literally
5
nonstop.
seconds you're farting.
You can't do
That sounds
anything.
terrible.
That means you're sitting in a room by yourself for an hour.
For an hour. I usually sit in a room by myself for an hour every night anyway, so it's not like it's that shocking.
So, think about it. The pizza diarrhea, 10% chance of sitting in a room by yourself for an hour, or ice cream, guaranteed.
No, because
Sitting-
diarrhea, too much diarrhea, it hurts.
I like it. It's fun.
No, you're wiping too much, and it's
No,
it's
I got the ass
painful.
washed in the toilet. It's all good.
Yeah, you do. I don't. It would be very uncomfortable, and you would not enjoy an hour-long dose of diarrhea,
I'm
as
just gonna
opposed
pay
An
for
hour
pizza.
long.
as opposed to just gas, which is just gas.
But you're not going to have it for an hour.
We don't. Well, that's what we don't know. Is it diarrhea? How long does the diarrhea last?
I mean, an hour tops. Like all.
We don't-
720 farts you're wanting to do in an hour.
720 farts is still better than 4 bouts of diarrhea.
Think about like the mental anguish.
It's not-
Well, it's only if I eat the ice cream. So again, it's really like what you're saying is either way, I'm never eating pizza or ice cream again. Because that's really what it's going to come down. Because the first time I get diarrhea, as you've already explained, once you get diarrhea from a food once, you're not going back to it.
No,
especially if
I'm
you know
fine
what
with the
cause
diarrhea.
was.
I'm going
It's the
back.
food poisoning.
It's the
It's
yeah,
the
it's the
throwing
food
up.
poisoning.
It's coming
It's
out
the
the back
diarrhea with
end
the
is
throwing up
okay
at
as
the
long as
same
it's coming
time.
out the front.
Yeah. If it's coming out the back, that's where it's supposed to come out.
And
If
how's the
it's-
pizza getting to me and the ice cream? Like, is someone like delivering it?
does that factor in?
Like, do I just like snap my fingers, then all of a sudden there's like, oh, here's this slice of pepperoni pizza.
No. It's a human centipede between the three of us. That's how it's getting to you. You're in the back.
So shipwrecks in the middle.
I don't know. I'm going to throw up. Listen, if you told me that any of these things were going to happen to me, I would not eat pizza, or I wouldn't eat my favorite pizza, and I wouldn't eat my favorite ice cream. I could eat my second favorite pizza. This question isn't great. I think I got excited because it was another food related question, but I really feel like it needs to be fleshed out more for next time.
Right. There's no guarantee that your second favorite pizza gives you better odds than this.
Right, exactly.
Right, like
I'm not
like,
going to
I
get
would-
diarrhea at all. from
Like
the second
yeah,
favorite.
like
Maybe
you
my
know,
fifth
I
favorite.
really like that Sicilian slice from Upside Pizza. But if you're telling me that if I get the same pizza from Papalardo's around the corner, I'm gonna be fine, then maybe I'm going to Papalardo's.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was a good effort, Kabang Chew. Next week, I expect a little better fleshed out question.
I need some more information before I can make a real educated decision on this.
Totally. Who wants some pizza?
I'm good, thank you.
Man, I went to get my favorite ice cream last night, and when I came back to my car, my bumper had scratches all over it.
Thanks. What kind of ice cream was it?
And there was a guy waiting for me to tell me that he hit my bumper, which I was impressed with humanity. I feel like I'm living in the right area. since the guy didn't just run away because he could have. It was what kind of? It was coffee ice cream, and I did not get diarrhea. And it was probably not worth the trouble of me getting this mess on my bumper. Anyway, let's not dwell on those negative, unfun thoughts. Let's dwell on the fun things like following us. How about English? How about following us on Twitter?
Follow us on Twitter.
Or follow. Why even add the ing? Simplify after like an hour and 15 minutes.
At New Wombat. There's also Shipwreck and CPD.
We're all here.
Yep, you can review us on iTunes.
No.
You can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/CPD.
Don't review us on iTunes because I haven't looked into turning off the emails yet. And I'm probably going to forget. So
I don't know what that
tell
means.
your friends. Because I've told you, remember I told you last week I get these emails every time somebody reviews us on iTunes?
Did you get a lot of emails last week?
I probably didn't look.
So again, this isn't really bothering you. And don't forget to dig the CAGcast.
It's not helping us either. I think that's my point. I don't know what's happening.
Don't forget to like us on MySpace.
That doesn't exist. Chartable. Let's see if I'm getting any emails. I don't think I got any emails.
So what do you care?
Oh, I did. Oh, I did get them. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're nice emails.
So
someone wrote, just wanted to send you a quick email through iTunes. And say hi. Don't let a bad review get you down. The show is better than ever. Anyway, gotta go. Got food on the stove. You think I better pick a better time to write this?
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't want those emails. Just change it to my email address.
Wombat, you don't need to know that. Are you like the bed bug guy who's like searching Twitter for bed bugs to see who's talking about him?
I am not that guy at all. But
good. But you do have bed bugs.
I do have. You're a bed bug.
Thank you. I'm calling your boss tomorrow to tell him that you called me a bed bug.
He would laugh at you so hard.
Just like this other guy's boss.
Yeah, yep.
He's like, of course Wombat's a bed bug. Hello. Is that how he talks?
No.
Oh. I'm shocked.
Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bread's done.
Bed bugs.
Bowling sure makes me hot and thirsty.
This is a job for Kool-Aid. Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got thirst on the run. Get a big, wide, happy ear to ear. Kool-Aid smile, 'cause the biggest smile is a Kool-Aid smile. A Kool-Aid smile, a Kool-Aid smile. Dun-dun.
Your friend's cool.
My friend's Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid brand soft drink.